on. Sami Jenfi is on set. Honorable John Jenapo is ready. And we are coming to serve you with information, facts, figures. And someone, a fact Ghana and Puntu Ghana and Kanko Huan. Ebe Bow, I'm waiting to make an informed choice. Now waiting to vote wisely come 7th December 2024. Jumedi also sounds we are live on 5 TV stations simultaneously. We are live on TV XYZ. We are live on Wezo TV, Loud Silence TV, Angel TV, and Onuya TV. And a host of other stations, Omada Roma, Omofa Jumedi live. In due course, we will acknowledge all of them. And unti ene won se bebrika. No wasting of time. Because we are going to talk about the energy sector and especially Dumso. I'm going to show you a video on Dumso. Bana moment of truth editorial and says Sipa will be my guest on the set near the Komono FTS on the energy sector of Ghana. Here we are, member CCI.
Sekase dum shaba ebeno mo se debi dum so dum shabo sekase dum shaba ebi se wancha se dum shaba sekase dum shaba ebeno mo se debi dum so really every say aze Edition Real Maimba Nansuanoba Jum So Jum Swabo Seka Sedum Swaba Ebise Wancha Sedum Swaba Seka Sedum Swaba Ebinum Sedeni Jum So Really Every say Aze Edition Real Maimba Jum so Jum swabo Seka sedum swaba Ebise wancha sedum swaba Seka sedum swaba Ebinum sedeni.
This is the moment of truth where we serve you with the truth and nothing but the truth. But you can't catch your dada. So today, we are discussing Ghana's alien energy sector. No krena buying way Eddie Siama Kuntumpu dia about Dumso ne enyama wode won hwehwe no. Ehun komo ne yeba bedi. Yebedi nkomo na wie no. Wobehun no kre pa ewo ho about Kenya na edundum ene Ghana. And to do justice to these issues, the Honorable Member of Parliament for the good people of Yape, Kusaugo, a ranking member for energy, the Honorable John Jenapo. Honorable Mwakwaba. Now, Pope to say, Yape for where?
Oh, we are shouldering on. They say voter population across 70,000. You know, we are
wow.
Very, very high.
What is the target for John Mahama in the NDC that you have declared?
So what we're doing is that we want a minimum gap. Okay. That is minimum. Should be between 20 and 30,000. The gap, not the vote. Normally I look at the gap.
So we're looking at nothing less than 60%.
Yeah, we're determined. We're determined.
And him say you will deliver the goods. It's a chair. Ebusianfu amohwe from Yape Kusegu nyina yemobi adwo. Honorable John Jenapo is on. Tell your brothers and sisters say enkomodie yefiti ase honorable today ye pese oboa ye mayeti bibiase
some me da se bebre we dia mamenchia Yape Kusago for Ghana for nyina senia me ne okan no ene ye behwe energy sector ye ka energy sector eso na ye ka energy sector you different forms of energy, renewable, non-renewable, primary, secondary, commercial, residential, modern forms of energy, conventional energy, bebre. Until normally, when you are buying, you come up with what you call energy policy. Energy policy and your principles, programs, and regulations are what share. Now, our energy sector no a tintim ye. Until the energy sector of Ghana.
Okay.
ɛne baabi a ne yɛwɔ baabi yɛbɛduru yɛ ansa na yɛfiri hɔ ɛna baabi a ɛsɛ sɛ energy sector no ɛda ɛna baabi a yɛpɛ sɛ yɛde ɛkɔ nti na wohwɛ a wei yɛ energy sector na sɛnea na meka no yɛyɛ energy sector wɔ Ghana ha no yɛwɔ 2 main areas yɛwɔ petroleum sector petroleum sector ne yɛ fango a yɛtu yɛnoa fango no na yɛ process na yɛ refine ne yɛde abɛdane diesel petrol kerosene na mo de agugu mo kaa mu nti ɛne yɛ petroleum sector ɛne yɛwɔ ne yɛfrɛ no power and electricity sector ɛne yɛ anyinam nkanea kyerɛ sɛ electricity a ɛna mene wo nkanea yɛasɔ TV yi ɛyɛ adwuma sɛ nkɛnyɛ electricity a ɛntimi ɛnyɛ adwuma na petroleum sector no sɛ nea mehyɛ yɛwɔ upstream ɛne yɛwɔ downstream upstream ne yɛ baabi a yɛyɛ exploration appraisal and development kyerɛ sɛ fango no ɛhyɛ aboase ɛyɛ sɛ wokɔ na wokɔpɛ fango no wɔtu aba na wabɛnoa ɛna downstream yɛ wɔtu awie no wobɛkari afiri hɔ na wode aba refinery na wabɛprocesse na adane nneɛma a yɛde bɛyɛ na wohwɛ electricity sector no so a normally no yɛ start free generation ne a transmit ansa ne yɛdɛn abɛduru wo nkyɛn bɛnɛ no yɛhonden bɛwɔ power sector no more because energy sector no ɛso ɛnyɛ sector ketewa yɛka sɛ yɛ pɛnsɛmpɛnsɛ ne nyinaa mu a
agye sɛ yɛde boso
ade bɛkyerɛ
yɛ part 1
wei yɛ part 1
bɛsan so abɛsra
yɛbɛba part 2 na part 1 ne deɛ mede emphasis no ɛbɛgu electricity sector nti sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a ɛbɛyɛ simple ama obiara because sector ne yɛ technical nti one breaking yie na wanyɛ ne simple a broni bɛka sɛ becomes monotonous anaa ɛyɛ boring nti mayire me ho na ma breaking no to the minimum barest level na obiara te aseɛ sɛ wobɛka yɛnyɛ ba power ɛyɛ 2009 President Mills and President Mahama na 2007 yɛnya 1 year load shedding and then our sofo no call akosomo ekobo mpaye say nsuo
uka load shedding
udum so 1 year President Kofu Abreso na wo ma bi mu si o you enough capacity you install capacity there be wo dey install capacity nkwan ye adwuma enye adwuma nti wo 2007 na install capacity na 1985 meanwhile your peak demand na 1274 utifri ma that means near what reserve margin na margin by 700 megawatts and so no yenya dum so nti utie so we have in install capacity there we install capacity adwuma emwa one thing I did 2007 challenge ni by no fuel challenges fa ngo aye de benua plans ni bi wo ho na aye dada na akoso modam no so ewie nti ni nyina kambo mu a na ma generation no atia ba form nti wonya enough power na wo dia a serve ye ba power so me kai pa honorable otia jay one na minister obey presentation bi your transmission system was overloaded you can't transmission your sign lines are kasia wo drive wo kwan wa hu no eno na e carry nkania no na dia ba ye fie ye overloaded that articulator wo load na broso ana atiku a wo dia fa articulator load intimi enko yie yes and losses ye ton kania na ye nyeska no na de atua na and also the problems be eba any financial challenges it is our challenges yi na President Mills and President Mahama ye beto ya na hayi pa 2009
okay
and they say ye bibi fa ho nti over the past 8 years no they say fortunately you were NDC 8 years you were MPP almost 8 years nti we can compare apple for apple mangoes for mangoes nti your policy a yanya ka say ye beye na ama anyinam nkania no any energy sector no agina yie eye one your petroleum sector anyinam nkania no electricity petroleum sector no they are related so wo petroleum sector ne ya de a that means ubenya fuel now they are there now they are support to nti ya adwini say we would maximize your petroleum sector
okay
na just say ye nyafa anwo no bebre na more importantly gas to power era
okay
anyinam nkania no either say the diesel or the light crude oil or the heavy fuel oil and how the gas ebenwa na nhwehwemu kyerɛ sɛ even in the energy transition no gas no ɛyɛ papapa. In fact sɛ wosɔ kerosene na wode no aduane wɔ stove okay those time kerosene stove ɛne sɛ wode LPG no aduane a hɔ na wobɛhu difference no. Kerosene pumusie LPG deɛ ɛma ɛyɛ egyina yie nti no ɛyɛ bibia na yɛde yɛsi yɛni sɛ yɛde gas ɛbɛba nti no yɛstarte Atuapo gas processing plant ɛno President Mills abrɛso ɛna President Mahama ɛbɛyɛ Sankofa Ginyame field OCTP fields no ɛno no yɛ bibia frɛ no integrated processing of oil and gas nti yɛde FPSO no kɔsi hɔ Atuapo gas no deɛ wode gas no be free ɛpono so na wode aba but OCTP field ne yɛ noa gas no wa ne process gas no ne the lean gas no aba
we no ansana ya papa atamels na John Mahama ba be no na ebi wo Ghana na ya
Dabi in fact yenye ba mu na ye ni any FPSO na ye ni any gas processing plant
mo ni FPSO no ka tro no
your friend floating production storage and processing unit a ship da eposo e float nti eda epono so production yetimi e de processing
and then ye fan one
and ye fan one and I store a processing we na ye de ko nti FPSO no nti the only gas na yenya e gas na yenya for Nigeria and it was very very erratic gas na e masse ne e se eba no nti ye adwin say ye ntimi depending on Nigeria esi ye dey ye process ye fango ni ye domestic gas ni ye process ye gas na sama ye LPG nti Atuapo gas processing plant no ebe process lean gas but ni ama an auxiliary unit and ye de bibi airfo ho na no ai dey etimi process LPG se ni ebe ye be se nya LPG gas no na ye de anoa wo fie esan se ni ye twa nnua ye chako benitris no ye nya more LPG a eboboa ye yie pa ene ye se benya a robust resilient efficient transmission system just say sa pylons ana cables akese no ye hye ne kena na ejina ye
abra ye fie no
ye ne kena abra ye fie no wo ye ne sa e reduce technical losses e reduce commercial losses e bring the operational efficiency eba enkamfo ne se ebema ejina yie etintim yie na sika ye de hyemu no eno so ye nya ho mfaso the last one is ye pe local content Ghana ne ye ne se ne ye bia no ye pe se Ghana fo enyemu mfaso nti na me ne wo ka say meters are produced in Ghana ye time any ye share poles are produced in Ghana ye time any ye share meters
dey ne Ghana Ndc abreso ne
so one meter de bobo eye efie hu ye ba mu ne ye kra ne nyina wow ne ye kra enne ye ne electrometer ye ne TND ye ne alpha meters ye ne omu nyina ye agreement say munse factory no e wo Ghana ha nti me ne wo kasa de meters ni nyina ye say ye wo Ghana ha poles ye ne buys and waste money omom kaka ho ye poles no ha cables ye ne tropical cable ye ne Nexan cable ye ne omu nyina hyehye
all under ye local content
ye ni nyina woga under ye local content and participation policy just ye de adwuma no e hye Ghana fo nsa no matimi I employ Ghana fo na sika no aka Ghana ha nti nya ye ne se ne me kire na nyim nkane no ye hye free generation generation is a ye kwakura nkane no na ya maso na ya transport ana ya evacuate on lines yi ansa na bedru fie and a distribution nti ye three main sectors generation transmission distribution generation in a day and then ye generators ya we but we ye generators akase ndi emfa ne say generator wo fie nketenkete no ukoba bi ba ko say generator be 1000 eni akambo mu e friend 1 megawatt na eno no amaye enkania no nti ye ne be ye friend no an integrated diversified generation system ye hu say wo de generation ko hye ba bi ba ko pa e be ha dwene Senior finance, you're afraid to be diversified portfolio, no? In the generation sector, no, so no, ultimate diversify. Senior by way year na we assume, way year na we assume, way year na we assume.
The president mama here, no.
Into offer number 1, Calio BSC and Calio Solar. NDC, yeah,
solar.
Yeah, solar. And no year solar. And a 2, Buidam President Kufo and a chassis. Buidam President Kufo and a chassis. But you buy you be receive over $100 million in your account. Yeah, commission crown President Mama, President Kufo. So omumi no enko commissioner efe. I mean the NDC yeah they say you be 2 bibia na se be boa you pushing to nche you som ni akora sisika kora ni be pa aka ho a ni apaka ni aye ni ya awie no ni asa invite you say smes wo na wo hyase bre na ye no mi no ne fe no na ye commission and it was so beautiful. Then Tico ye no combined cycle is a generator no wo ho generator bia wo so a bon se exhaust no e the heat kese pa na eba se generator kese se ne se wo do sa ko so exhaust ni ma bon se e hyew the heat no betima trap heat no now the anno nsuo nsuo na ye hye no na generator be a friend steam na say steam no asama wo kane ne bia ka ho e no nto petrol nti the friend combined cycle no yeah
president mama breso
Mama Bresso. Car power weigh 470. It just for Mumfanche. 470 megawatts. Any the buyer. Ameri 250. Ameri cried there. And no, a modular plant. A mako 10. Any the gas na mano. The gas no call for ma. It me do me no. It me do me ensa. It me do me 9. It me do me nsia. It me do me watching. Based on the flow of gas. But Tico we no. You be 300 megawatts no. Se gas no for me say udum ni nyina. Nti ye sheda nya say ye kototo no keke o. Hey system.
Ewiade ni insuo die ni generator die ni.
Sa na gas ni na axa we no. Axa ne de ye 3 first na 250 270 be ni 370. Eno de omu yusu ni efre no heavy fuel oil.
Okay.
HFO. Nti hwe ni ye o. Tico combine first na use light crude oil. Car power say use gas. Ameri modular it may change use gas. AXA use heavy fuel oil. And then ya asogli phase 2. Asogli ni car power ni BX solar ni Ameri ni AXA ni. Kese near President Mahama Daurma ye no. Na nyina so tin say it serve a specific purpose and it meets a certain challenge. Because it gives you diversity, it gives you flexibility so that you can have operational efficiency and an effective way of delivering President Mahama way any year with generation sector. Yeah, we any say so one who generate power no. Na transmission no engine so ye entintim ye enye robust enye resilient ubaboka. Because generation no but then you cannot evacuate it. But aside that, no, President Omaka said he wants Ghana to become a net exporter of power. Just a nyasa ye no ama ye hu. Ye no na esun ye ya. De aka no Côte d'Ivoire, Burkina, Mali, Benin, Togo, ye be mamu bi.
Wow.
Na mo to. Na ma ye foreign exchange. Ye nya dollars na nye de atwa. In moving to the power export era no ye sheda de sikapa e she grade komu. First we moved from 161 kV line to 330 kV. Chese to say bia enkan no now the aboso kan macho na so aniama. They say the articulator man diesel na daf
and eswa Kenya
na eswa Kenya no na chese Kenya no you can evacuate more, reduce losses and also ensure say system interruptions no.
Oh no, but one or less anymore.
Box supply point $60 million. And you another $50 million. It's 3 power transformers. Kaswa. You see box supply point BSP. Kesio transformer kesie. Oh pokuase. You see another one kesie ewa kaswa. And you see another one can see for 10 million across Central Box Supply Point. And the Jaika for near GSS cano. We made a 4 and now MCC4 near GS cano. And a year 30 million 330 kVA from Abuaze through Prestia line. And yes, how much $174 million and also 330 kVA. Say you the free Ghana. From how? Na maswa kusi Burkina. And yes, can free Agence France de Développement. So that project should have been completed in 2018. President Akufo-Addo betwitwa niam bi mu ama a delay up to around 2022. And you see the another line free Bolgatanga all the way to Ouagadougou. Just ye magana nkania ni ama Burkina Ouagadougou so enkania. And then we say Gridco ye buy no more year losses bebree. By the time I free Abayamu in 2016, Gridco we had turned it around. Gridco made a profit of 70 million Ghana cedis. And you can go and check from Gridco on financial statements. Then through the West African Power Pool, no, because of a new no, it put us on a pedestal. You be exported power. Ediako Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina, Mali, Togo, and Benin.
Okay.
Transmission system, no. But the time I hear what transmission system, wow. I'm a year.
Okay.
Now, maybe a higher power a distribution sector. Because what generating power, no? What evacuating power, no? Ni na Ghana need the only way. Need the say or sonny taper now so. Or procure mobile phone and then distribution.
Okay.
And no, you are stepping down the power to around 33 and 11 kVA.
And ECG for you.
And then a friend ECG and Netco.
Netco, okay.
See, President Mama when here no, and I say no. Yani America for a bit dinner was so kesiya pa. Into one America for Obama mo, John Kerry mo, Setepe mo, Honorable Kofi Amabu amoni omo edisiani senior efata a eseso. Na ni nyina nkamfo ne say we succeeded in unlocking $500 million.
Wow,
from the Americans. Free money. A grand yen tuya one seed impo.
Ya de chair.
Omo de chair. And the president was yamfa ni na enche enyina mankania ni engineer ye.
Okay.
Now you reduce losses no from around 30% to 8%. You friend the ATCC aggregate technical, commercial and collection losses no. Ye tiso boom. Send ye beya ebema sector no ejina ye. Na ya ye kaswa Dwaboso eni asankragwa omo box supply point ye under ECG. Na ya supply $80 million of prepaid meters and our smart meters. Your meters are kind of President Mama Bresso nuru meters say every day we text message. Na chiro say na wo consume say, utua say, usika ka say. Enye say wo da ho anadwo na all of a sudden hwim na enkania na dum. Dinache say eyade ye hihye injection of transformers, prompt and regular payment for critical agencies. Ministry say ye the smart meter be bo ho. Any ye arrangement say hospitals, police service, military, omu nyina ye betua omu enkania. But wooden kania no ebi kan ho no, you have to do what you call increase in access to electricity. Ye ba ban mu na 54% of Ghana and electricity. In 8 years, we move it from 54 to 83%.
Hey,
that's about 30% jump in terms of access. So Ghana was second after South Africa.
The whole
in
Africa.
The whole of sub-Saharan Africa.
In terms of when
it comes to access to electricity. Very ambitious, massive project. You the Wealthy Lamont mo, you the China Water mo, you the Hunan, you the Ghana of Wankasa. Extending electricity from 54% to 83%. But more importantly, we turn ECG around. From a loss-making entity in 2016, ECG making profit 725 million cedis. That is the state of the electricity sector. President Mahama Efri Abaimu. Nti Dumso had been banished by the time we were living.
Wow. Near two Dumso na say.
Two Dumso ase. Now unia, apart from generation, transmission and distribution, no. You will say, "Nkwancha de efe." Ni nyina asika na eden. Ye de. Ti a peska bi na ye de boa. Na ye legacy debt. Chese from Kwame Nkrumah breso. A kaida ho nyina ye kan ni nyina bomu. 9.7 billion cedis. Any DBB a friend Energy Sector Levies Act, popularly known as ESLA Ebae. In fact, that was even the election year. People say a no contributing to Ghana for Anto Obama.
Okay. But
sometimes you say dream on mine. You must think forward. Sa levy ba ya Akufo-Addo share boss oba obetwam. Na ESLA no emaye about 4 billion first year.
Okay.
Yeah, the 2017 budget. Go and read it. We left about 400 million in the account.
400 million. Sika
yedija omo account in him.
Okay.
Then, like I said, we succeeded in switching most of our plants, from light crude oil to gas. Because of our trouble gas, here you see any OCTP. Now, a honor is a Ghana for your baby. Your crude oil and your gas. In 2022, President Akufo-Addo address sa quote here me mai. A free chamber of bulk oil distributors a free chamber of petroleum exporters and an upstream petroleum chamber. Ubenya we a free upstream petroleum chamber report. In 2022, 107.65 BCF of gas was exported from Ghana's oil producing fields. And a power sector a issue here. No converted gas to light crude oil. Senka President Mama, any President Mills, near gas infrastructure here. Better 20 million barrels of light crude oil.
Wow.
So in place of 20 million barrels, we consume our own domestic gas, 107 billion cubic feet of gas. When you do what we call the conversion factor, you then say, Senkamito, 20 million barrels of consume saying, as against 107, and using the PRC benchmark value, using the WACOC, we made a savings of $1.3 billion in 2022 alone.
Because of a tuable gas.
Because of the gas infrastructure.
That
is it.
Savings. $1.3 billion.
$1.34 billion. And this is official from the upstream chamber. Chamber of Upstream Petroleum Producers, document.
Okay.
And I can make that available.
Okay.
This is a game changer. 1 billion, and then your IMF. You pay 3 billion. For how many years? You might total.
This is almost about $26 million.
$1.3 billion.
Yes.
And I tell you, in 5 years, you pay off the whole.
See, when we say that John Mahama is visionary and a nation builder, among frontiers here, this is the evidence.
Yes, you Akufo-Addo say no, I'm going to export it. This is from Energy Commission.
Okay.
About 3.5. Already 2023 energy statistics official. Exports nani. You export power Tama you start 581 gigawatts. Now we 2018 Tama transmission lines started
yes
739 exports.
Wow.
This is the work of a visionary president who knows baby what they gonna do.
We are power. The chairman so yes we no yes and the call.
Yes,
my how do cotton
dollars. Now you hand over.
Na chef sa kese me nsenso.
You hand over 3 oil fields. President Akufo-Addo. The Jubilee field, the 10 field, and the OCTP or Jinyame fields. With 3 FPSOs. FPSO Nkrumah, FPSO Atamils, FPSO Kufuor. Let me answer you.
And you are the man.
You are the man.
Yeah, but two saying.
You buy 2-0.
Okay.
you handed 3 way. I'm putting it on record. For the past 8 years, President Akufo-Addo ADN, not even one oil field has been brought on. Not even one. In fact, in 2019, oil production peaked at 179,000 barrels a day. Since 2019, oil not declining, declining by 32%. Oil production. Because almost for being count, you want to swear. Kwasa.
Nkroma FPSO ne dey. We na woka FPSO no.
Atamils dey ni.
Okay.
Kwame Nkrumah dey
ni. Na Kofo dey ni.
President Kofo.
Na je say we na ye beto ye no. Ba ko pe.
No, ya meto bi.
Kofo dey no ya meto.
Ya meto President Kofo dey ye na esi ye. Atamils dey ye na esi ye. Kwame Nkrumah
so Kofo only discovered it in commercial quantities, but we built the FPSO.
We led the process, built the FPSO, and delivered first oil.
Wow.
That is what we did as a government.
And na ve honorable na said you okay nyina
Maza
e wo mu a that is say you wodum so
e ho ne e ba no and what you know energy sector levies 8 years NDC we got 3.2 billion 8 years
because you dey buy na na call opposition
MPP ka so mbete so on buy romantic so omo kipie e no mo sa tu mu just when you hear what's bono aka ho. So far they are getting 45 billion cedis from energy sector levies alone.
Esla na omoka
so metwem they are getting 45
Mahama no dey buy ya to abeti ya ni nya 3.2 billion.
Na 3.2 ko say jebi mam
400 million.
Yes.
And omo enya 45.7 billion.
Petroleum revenues. I just decided to do USD. That's all convertible cedis there near Menko, you have 3.4 billion. President Akufo-Addo you 7.4 billion. Double. Eurobond. Was from President Mills, President Mahama, 8 years, 3.7. Akufo-Addo 11.4 billion. Eurobond. Bank of Ghana financing, 2016, zero financing.
President Mahama
54 billion. Zero. Bank of Ghana. 2022. Over 54 billion.
So the point you're making here is honorable. Mahama sikaka kra we no de yes anyema bebreba waboso generation distribution.
That is the point. To compare near President Mahama nyaye. Now compare near President Akufo-Addo enya. And ask yourself, should we be in this current doom so? Master, there's been some debate, doom so, and this is Dr. Baumia. Over 2nd March 2016. Source, Adum Online. Mahama deserves no credit for fixing doom so, Baumia. Straightforward. It is a
na. Inye papa you know say omo na affect doom so.
This way his way so. Double standard. You fix it, no. Or see you fix it, and more baso.
No, yes, what you to say Mahama.
Yes.
Me producers a catch.
And the running mate of the New Patriotic Party, Dr.
No. So what we producers a catch. Me say one send me. Any report in Kwana ewo. Na one more dance
video.
Producer more video no.
So video
no be who say enye na etwa asem bi atoba wo mi aso. Ono an e ka say Mahama so dum so. Momo my
Doom so it has been caused by the financial and economic mismanagement of this government. And so we shouldn't be giving them credit for solving a problem that they have.
Producer Bonibie.
Cause of Doomso, and Doomso it has been caused by the financial and economic mismanagement of this government. And so we shouldn't be giving them credit for solving a problem that they have. Cause of
giving them credit for solving a problem. They say we solve the problem.
Yes. And it's here.
And the
administration deserves no credit for solving the energy crisis known in local parlance as Doomso. Official.
This is the evidence. What we watch this year.
They say honey away.
Hana na dey me dadwen no.
They say honey away.
Because any person people want to understand what is happening. Why any antiasia?
current doom so ya ewo Ghana no. And I hold the view say President Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia, they should be held liable for this current load shedding and a doom so you're experiencing. Now, my mouth the reason why I believe so. Maza, your install capacity 5,454 currently. Dependable capacity. Just say a bit my install baby and be say a bit problem. Dependable near you bet me all things being equal.
It install capacity near Muhammad or the
from A to Z. Tapco, Tico,
Mary, Nina, who Axa,
KTP, the buyer,
and we have 5,454 megawatts.
Yes. All discounted now, person would dependable in a day. But we jump now say any 4,843.
Okay,
4,800. Your peak demand. Just say you consume cry.
Here,
yes, 3,496.
Oh,
as any 3,496.
By your dependable capacity of 4,800 and something.
More than 1,000.
They just say we have more power.
More power.
Than what
we can export.
Need.
We can do everything.
So why the doom so?
Dependable. We're talking of dependable capacity, not install capacity. Into the reasons for the poor performance. First one. Say, currently, we are sharing 500 megawatts. That's what we are doing. 500 megawatts, no?
Sharing, let's say.
Just say, you can say here 3,469 now. Even though you were 4,800, no? You're less than 3,000. The difference is about 500 megawatts.
So, see,
yes, you doom Accra. Now, all this technology be a banana. I'm before the war. We don't know here. We doom dance 1 hour. We no more could doom tema 1 hour. No more could doom Kumasi. Pick time no. To doom 1 hour, 2 hours, 1 hour. Bebe 12 no. No load check.
We have to doom some politics.
You know, cause doom CSC. One more CSC a doom no.
Oh, I feel Matthias.
Ye nokum ne
dum so be ye this
year monti dum asiesie ba we have a deficit of 500 megawatts. Now the main reason you what deficit here mienu one sekani hobium. Ghana is bankrupt. Ghana is financially insolvent.
Now Esla Sikana also 45
or more collateralize it or the BOT pensions. We borrow bi awim in the Nieko Road Fund also no almost the capping and realignment law no atwedi the hodie skano oma na tutupre oma ye basa na your gas requirement you see because on say enkania no demand no esro na echo population is increasing, machinery and all that. Then we require 450 mm scaf. But currently system needs to be produced 390. Until there's a deficit of 60. But machines now you toy, you know. President Mama said that's a dual fuel plants. You can't dual fuel. Gas ni wa light crude oil be yejuma. But you need sky better light crude no. A buying ain't me nyeska no they are light crude because of serious financial issues. Gas no so air bana a buying to me ntua. Nti wo hwe your system is say you gas $600 million.
600 million.
And no year from Jubilee only Jubilee. ENI, World Bank my guarantee 500 million. I buy into a draw guarantee now maka 120. A try 120 pay default. Ghana is in default. A company. ECG customers omuntime losses yen ko na losses no edda 23% thereabout. And the losses now cost record 32%.
Are you saying say enyema waboboso in transmission, generation, distribution, oil fails, tax. The edema omunyina bawomi ani akufu ado ntimi aresu ye
ase. And no me name team ye calculation no. A kai that was say $3 billion. $3 billion from A to Z pipeline. If you want to clear the pipeline, you require $3 billion to pay for fuel, IPPs, forex losses, and all the other banks. President Mama Bebano, not $3 billion cut at the whole air train. Now, cash waterfall mechanism, so a buy Kazankasa 1.8 billion cities since August. Since August,
2023.
Yes. Now, Obakaya, American scandal, accounting near Bedru. American Crofo say $510 million.
Mekai?
So Marco negotiate at so.
Omodinkophobia.
Dubai. Dubai so much so no. You hear na 1.3 billion. Masa one 500 million. Ya teso. Ako 1.3 da.
I just said Bawumi anko.
It say obi a oda form. Na sebe oba dampa so. Ya chene so dampa so so free to ompa so. Oda form free to ompa. And from 510 to 1.3 billion. This is the state of Ghana's energy sector. PDS scandal. Yani the PDS buy say PDS there. You be better losses no so. And the losses are that 32 ye. Can say what 8%. And I am crop way. On this sumase. A coffee PDS. A buy na scandal case. Go Ghana ni mas.
When na wo ka say America for president man a dwuma pension
$500 million. Nti America for no say corruption about too much no say scan from farm hebie. So they withdrew 190 million. But not just 190. The Americans told us, and this is the catch, we have no immediate plans to work in Ghana again.
So won't pay any money.
No, to compact three and come. Compact three, Ghana
come. Because people don't understand. I told you, in Penisi, Papa so pa mama so. And you know dentia, name ni yuntia. And semi honorable General Pomo, your energy committee members, and this amount for your Satekai and no President Mahama. I'm for free say yeah politics. Say they won't affect your mind now. You never say now the American says and just say Sikano cry your chum young farmer move. But honorable, uti asem na wakana. Omo pay any money.
No,
it affects all of us, NDC, NPP. This is what we are talking about.
Now, Sammy, sure, this is from Energy Commission. You can't ATC losses in no. Here 2016, no losses in that. So where? And here be a bedroom. Hey, you see the difference from here?
Right? Sure.
This is the difference in terms of the losses. Now, if you have such losses, where 32% of your sales you won't survive.
I do survive. Now, losses also if PDS Roman Van Koma Baba for now.
Advise you take or pay. Master, AXA expire 5 years. Or my standing by 15 years. 15 years in the take or pay womb.
Oh no, Bunyanto was a hand about 40 years. About 40 years. The honorable General Professor said, what I say, MPP for boy NDC so war. Say President Mahama, oh, Diabo, in Kenyano, or Yamane Brosodo, don't see a negana, a bohunka. And honorable General Portre and say, yet you go quite anima. In Kenya, President Mahama, de buy now, almost say Abrosodo do Enyano. Name Rasun, as and and yana bros one pay was a cabanicas watch him. But he is telling you, listen now, why he's telling you, you know, they have extended it. Jordan will take us through that.
Yes, in the AXA plant, I made it 370 megawatts in 5 years. I expire before I ever expire, October 2022. I'm not next for quarter. And almost sign new agreement. This time, not 5 years old. 15 years.
These people are shameless.
15 years, I took the contract. If I wanted to show you the formula and everything, but I thought it would be
part
too
advanced. Part two, we'll go into
No. Take or pay. Clauses nation. And almost I cost another AXA agreement, a new one. Not in how many years? 20 years. And you know when it's starting? 2027.
Hey!
You won't be in power. Uniho. Oh, 2024. My President Mama, any NDC negotiating. Woman negotiate contract and say, I sign this. They say,
sign contract
not to her.
No. I say with them in TV page.
The way that Nigeria forget.
Sign contract to carry forward
against 2027 for 20 years.
What's the Nigeria for, baby?
So they are eating current money
and future money
and eating future money.
Criminals.
And I also know. 15 years. How much did they
I said what? to be that?
Tema LNG is the most expensive gas in Ghana. 20 years, take or pay.
Cameraman, moon zoom in, and we move fan to screen so journalists take or pay. These are the facts.
Now LNG next time you're gonna be dealing with petroleum now. I'll show you how bad this LNG is.
LNG no can or more project on
liquefied natural gas or what?
I feel no more
take or pay, and it's indexed to the price of crude. Any upper limit.
A bomb.
Crude cost echo. You don't do that in gas pricing. Now, Maza, say because of Dumso, because of losses, because of debts, because of 3 billion debt, Ama omine ma ye date.
Now what can you say?
Until NDC time, inflation is 15% and net 25%. Monetary policy rate no, and the Bank of Ghana yema low now mo determine and now ko jiska e lower ubudget na wait me the amount for. Yeah, time 26 and net 28. Unemployment. Yeah, crofo be brea na mo buofu no. Unemployment. President Mama time 8.6. And 14.7.
Almost double.
Your debt to GDP, 56. And they were bankrupt from 120 to about 600 million. Credit rating, B3. And in Ghana, we are junk. Today, you celebrate, you say you're Bokama. You're the cannibal Chayenti. And no celebration.
After declaring Ghana beyond it. These people, you wonder what kind of people they are.
Where your energy, right? Sir, default here, you declare no. Rough estimate shows that it will take us 12 years before we recover. Now, are you neighbor, agreement neighbor? The repayment period starts in 2026. And net dollar at the base 16. Meanwhile, we are not servicing our debt. We say we are not servicing the external debt. So we don't carry dollars to take across. Once we start servicing the debt, it means that we'll require dollars to go and pay the Euro bond holders. You will see the CD drop like something.
So they are just. Let's just say, even dollar now do 16 CDs, no? It's with
because we are not paying. Can you get the 20? It will hit us. It will hit us. And they've deliberately made it say, President Mama Emetria. They are not paying the interest, they are not paying the principal.
Yeah, I just said John Mahama Ninyame.
Now, Master, you can't cost of living. If you price no boa that may not be enough. You can't say price boa kosro. If you know what you a day, a kosro. In economics, you be purchasing power parity. Then we'll compare apples with apples. It's way, Mr. Motifo, this is very simple.
Yeah.
You can't say tomatoes are kosro debit. You see, under President Mahama, we are Juma. Would you a country a then ultimatum? That's the simplest way to explain inflation.
Yes.
Because there's a mechanical way of calculating inflation. But where your domestic, you can check from the statistical service. President Mama 2016 minimum wage, 8 cedis. President Akufo at the time, minimum wage near 40 something cedis. I think 48 or so cedis. So they multiply 27 days. You will get 216 cedis. And now, Beji. Under President Akufo-Addo, ubenya 486 cedis. You might think, say, 216, no, a lower. Now, 486, no, a higher. The emisa say, and no ko joma ete say.
DNS can be between
a bag, 25 kilo. 2016, and you can check, a bag of rice was 100 cedis. The way 216, no, you can buy 2 bags. Under President Mahama, no, with your minimum wage, you can buy 2 bags of rice. Under President Akufo-Addo, that minimum wage, say okota, and then money 500. 500, no.
Yes, about
say who divide here, you can't even buy 1 bag of rice.
Now Mahama brother, so between 2 bags,
you could. So that is the situation. That's where you find yourself. Now, NDC, you too rare.
You don't only talk
about
the
problems.
The solutions.
Talk about problems. Yeah. It's not enough to just say in the echo. What are we going to do? Master, your first vision, and they say want a power sector that will support and promote industrialization under a 24-hour economy. Because 24-hour economy, no, ube here and you no, let me have 1 year, na a gina team. Do you want to provide adequate, reliable, and affordable power towards achieving accelerated inclusive growth? Not just growth, but growth that carries the poor, reduces poverty, and enhance social cohesion. You know, you see distribution sector, ECG, you be pay Ghana for, near the Oma Shim, under a private sector, there be Nyababa. Now you're reducing losses no, from 32 no, and drill it down to the barest minimum. Cash waterfall mechanism, no, they say, you know, POS for crab, to me say, engagement will restore the cash waterfall mechanism. Na etima ye den aye
no the opposite chance ya jeje nkeni hu sika na
jeje ni nyina
ye bia ka pepepe
yes o we beji say POS for say ba
o ma hwe
na o ma hwe na o ma di o mo ho ye ba saa eniema no eso betwa na ya ma IPPs no o mo ho aye den aheha o mo na energy sector debt no esi any banks na eden ye tenase na ye hwe na ye boa na eka no ekofom
ono abodozo
and na ye be increase your gas no so because say no we need about 60 you need ENI for more problem with aban ENI for when be credit we free Ghana we'll restore confidence bring them back near increase gas no na ye timi eden anya more gas na ye dia no enka enyinem kania no na ya exporting. If you see a dedicated pipeline from the west to the east, this is what we call an onshore pipeline. Ebeboa.
Okay.
Na ya sign a LNG. Na ya reduce debt no. Na ya bua na nkania na yeden. Ejina ye. Na ye gidi se ye first 100 days. You bet me reduce losses no. Ye gidi se in 3 months. You bet me increase gas production. You did say by 1 year air Canada. Na Canada na gina year yeden. You are exporting Canada.
I have 2 questions for you.
Togo, Burkina, Mali, Omaba. And the minimum say they came. Say they need more power.
Yeah.
Yet Chishenya money here will export more power, put Ghana back on a solid trajectory, on a path of solid, prosperous, inclusive growth.
Fantastic presentation. Honorable. This brings us to the end. Your time now, so but I want you to speak to 2 things. Mitie we ye pa. Nature say, what semba ko edi kan na wo kan say. Where baby a president Mahamadi enyina mahode no ko see your generation transmission distribution nyuma wo ye na eni sen kasamre ye wodum so.
At all, master. And the evidence speaks for itself.
Is there? We've given us the facts.
We dealt with the generation challenge, your delay with transmission problem. You delay with distribution problem, you delay with fuel problem, you delay with financial problem. The generation, we had enough generation, transmission robust, distribution near reducing losses, not adequately. Our ECG started posting profits. And now, financial, you did ESLA, any all those things by any boy.
This current doom so we are suffering is unjustifiable.
It's
now, honorable, the second question. Sisumame. There's long and short of doom so aye komune say abani misika o de beto fuel because sika na Mahamadi ja o ma hye
simple and ne si enyeska doom so ne betwa yenyeska na all we need to do is to buy light crude oil yenya light crude oil a ebetimi power enyinam nkania because nkania na available man ye question is say because of extended AXA why you take or pay no. So when to me and tall light crude oil na heavy fuel oil na mana you can power it. Or no so only na you take or pay. You know best charge you.
Sisuma mi biem. Na chese o san so person che say sikasemi a e de dum so ya be. Sa dream PDS ya ba womia e ma nkofo bi didi e no. E no so ka ho bi.
E ka ho bi. Say ba womia na change PDS no from condition precedent to condition subsequent. Condition precedent they say ye way and sana waji PDS. And Dr. Bawumia frame meeting a changing they say mama
guarantee no.
Yes, mon kwa J ECG answer. And sana mo the guarantee number. And yenche ni hun to kwaba ya You know, you be acquire America for say, look, can Graham from Mamupi?
Final question, Honorable. If we are in Dumso and the problem is not gas, beer, free Nigeria, and Trona, Mudino, what be a problem now? Why don't we have a Dumso timetable? Members of Parliament,
Massa, you're free ECG, Gridco, the PURC, Energy Commission, Ministry of Energy, Parliament. Yes, some money you could share with Lisa. The first things I wanted to know the cause of the problem. Unanimously, to say a fuel. Na enye transformer, enye technical, a fuel. Jitu mu, and it's on record. The Hansard captures everything. Honorable Tachia and signing
to at least plan our lives.
We no, and Honorable Tachia as chairman. Or MPP or more directive. Say from next week, when you're there, move timetable number. No Jitu mu, echo prepare timetable no. O man penny from say momu release the timetable no be good animas. Oh, up to now.
So they are so mobile a timetable near to planning your lives.
Yes.
Now Akoya or Energy Ministry way. Waka bibi about Dumso timetable. I'm saying, oh, the video name our producers. Yeah, boy, no near them come on. Producers, let us see and listen to what the Minister for Energy has to say about the demand for a Dumso timetable so that Ghanaians can plan their lives.
If you are comparing 4 years, MPP administration, energy sector is 300 times better than John.
But we are still experiencing Dumso.
Nobody has said we haven't. I'm just saying it's far much better than John Mama ever did.
So you admit there is Dumso in the country?
You do admit that there's Dumso.
That is the word you used. I have never used that word. I promised you that we are going to work on it. And it's not a work that is a single event. It's a process. And we'll continue to work on it for the energy sector to become better.
Have you heard of calls for a timetable?
Ask those who want to bring it.
They should bring the timetable.
If there is, I haven't seen any timetable. So
but people are calling for it.
Say bring a timetable. What do you mean? The ECG says that there is no timetable coming. Why do you want to bring a timetable? What purpose? Why would somebody get up and wish evil or bad for the country?
No, it's not about how bad it is. Ghanaians are.
Hey, Honorable John Jonabo. Mr. Crawford.
Can you imagine the president? Mama breast pan and can you move? I could catch a Ghana for say, I'm going to print him do some timetable.
Now your boss resigned because even though Dumso was fixed under him, it was not fixed by the time he gave the public.
So he left.
Where the timetable can try the pay the 10 minister the taxes pia neka.
That is
try the pay the timetable. Now they try light bill my own.
Can you imagine? And even when Parliament said they should come out with a timetable, omuji to move. Omu from of last half said no. Omu a printed timetable now. A bear how montino. Ghana for one sum no musa yenya on and off up to now.
Honorable, in 1 minute, based on our policy, our vision for the energy sector, tell the Ore and why he must vote for John Mahama in the NDC. This is your camera.
Menu Ghana for and credit a bakope. The first thing that President Mahama a credit. Sometimes I buy any challenges. But so be share Ghana for him a dintro, a didioma tem, a woman tia. It will never happen under a Mahama government. Now, more importantly, you see where the utumira no watch resi. More interventions of President Mahama and any team. A Juma Yediye, a lifted Ghana from perennial load shedding and a doom saying, I had Ghana see baby. Not only see a yamukania self-sufficient, na ya export TV. Na nyawaye bidano. So the man obey me. The next NDC government we would prioritize the energy sector. Na yedi nimdie, yedi nyensa, yedi ahondi nyina ashemu. Na within the shortest possible time, dumso ane abayin kran pese omeji atumu no. Ye be so ano na energy sector no, ye provide the power no amamo. Na a run a 24-hour economy, a create jobs. Ama economy no grow in the right direction not a jobless growth, but growth that can be felt by the mass and the bulk of the people.
Onyamisha also Honorable John Jenapo, Onyamisha, the good people of Yape Kusegu for giving us this asset, this gift as a nation. We are proud to have you. Thank you for coming. This is just the first of many interactions we are going to have before 7th December.
We'll have a second.
That was Honorable John Jenapo. This was the moment of truth on the energy sector. About Dubai hotels and seminar, and NDC and you will be talking about free SHS and the 24-hour economy.
Raise your flag to a new dawn. We've walked this path far too long, so let us rewrite.
This is my friend Taylor. He's doing very well. He's buying cashew from our farmers and preparing it for export. And I was just coming from my house, and this is just close by. And I said I'll stop and see what they're doing and encourage them. He's got a factory in Awisa near Wenchi, and he needs just a little capital to be able to put in the business and get the cashew processing factory going. And so I've promised him that I'll come and see the factory. And if by the grace of God and the votes of the Ghanaian people I become president, these are the kind of people we want to support so that they can create employment for young people. This work that he's doing, look at all these young men, he's employed them to do this work. And so people like this are the ones that we should be encouraging.
Oh, raise your flag to a new dawn. We've walked this path far too long, so let us rewrite our history, for Ghana needs a change.
And may the heavens rescue this land. We need a man with vision to lead. John Mahama is the man. Ghana needs a change.
Oh, raise your flag to a new dawn. We've walked this path far too long, so let us rewrite our history, for Ghana needs a change.
And may the heavens rescue this land. We need a man with vision to lead. John Mahama is the man. Ghana needs a change.
Yo, Abuzafo, this is NDC and Youth segment. And you can see a komo about a policy. And ati say ashita wo memu bia edi hunkomo, the 24-hour economy, and our position on the free SHS policy. Yanom the bia umutumfu turu Ghana for binum any about, so that you will know the truth. And that truth will set you free. But before I go there, Nkontompo bi make rounds I was dealing with. MPP for policy on the say if you miss the player, If you miss the ball, don't miss the player. Oma will say, baby, amamone kono. Eye denya Ghana for beto abetiao. They know they will lose. And unti, Oma will say they can't beat Mahama if they run a clean issue-based campaign. A campaign based on policies. The Omo Baba Beye. Ne dedi kan kra no de Oma ye. A de ahotompuntuo ni adwuma bre Ghana for a enu ntia wo se yeto abama wo. Omo ni bi ka, omo ni bi kire. They don't have the policies. So what have they decided? They think they can be third time lucky with lies. Enti atra omudi in opposition 2016 gu John Mahama ne NDC mpenyin so no. Oma fiti ase bi. Oma start. Oma bonipa bebre pa, oma ne nsɛmtwofo bi akoye meeting. Oma ne bloggers bi akoye meeting. Oma ne omu social media army. Richard Ahiagbamo, omu spokesperson see. They are planning a campaign of fake news, propaganda, and trofita. Ah, you dey be good John Mahama and NDC who film him. Because someone said they can't win if they play fair. But we have served notice and we are reminding them that this time around, we didn't throw by the Nokrabishia, who disia ye be chat. Yentana CBM MMPP form for 6 and Nani Ebinum 9 through a rather sem and in Kuntumpu. And then there are Makwa Faba. And go for me and say your Mugu screen is we. Where your friend Gabi Asari Ojedako, Nemrane Ghana's de facto prime minister. Omampenyo Kufuadu Niano. Ono ena newspaper your friend Daily Statesman. The statesman, the newspaper no. Papai, ono so dan fifi your friend Mr. Beneficent, munim no Daily Dispatch newspaper ne dia. Maybe a twem na ebinum gidi se and ebinum wadwen se wo ye poster. And then the obia who say wo ye lotto forecaster on your poster papa bia. Beneficent. Ena comedian ba ko so tarenche Polado Mochi. No so ye dwuma wo Metro TV ho no dipa. Oye omampenyi Akufuado appointee. Yet Ghana yenka bi nhye mu makofa urodo rather send biaba on their front pages. Statesman, Dispatch, and other MPP affiliated newspapers say Mahama appointees be adwumayekuo bi a from Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project OCCRP o Dubai, a civil society organization o said yen. Na adwumayekuo na koye nhwehwemu e kire se Mahama ho nkrofo bi atoto hotel o Dubai. Na sa Dubai no omo ewo omo sa hotels na wo Dubai no omo de omo adwi mu no omo se eye President Mahama hotels na wagi na nidi ahye na appointees. Imagine these lies. Imagine these lies. And you have MPP social media activists spreading these lies on social media. They are sharing this lie. In just the next 5 to 7 minutes, I want to deal with this issue once and for all with the facts. You can go and do your checks. And producer, give me the three musketeers, the three practitioners of yellow journalism. These are the people I want. Just keep them here for me. Me pese yade to clear. Let's settle the records. It's a story on Moka one seminar about that OCCRP. President Mohammed President Mohammed's name is not mentioned anywhere in that report from the beginning till the end. So Dubai or hotel Dubai. In the end, I will hear a story about Obi and Idinwo report anymore. Okofa Mohammed bata. You think that Mahama is a low-hanging fruit that you can always turn into a punching bag? Yellow journalism no more. Baseless sensationalism. She always publishing falsehood and throwing. No professionalism. President Mohammed so why? How does President Mohammed come in? 2016. This same MPP people led by Akufuado and in Kontompo Hine Uraba Olaya. Almost their throne seems good President Mahama bebre. And the most painful thing they say, many Ghanaians believe them. Almost the President Mahama, we are Ghana Sika Kusisi hotels, Wakoto hotels, and just our apartment to an investment to hotels. Almost we see hotels in Dubai, or ship, or way, and people believed it and voted against John Mahama. In fear what we need since President Mahama was voted out, he's been in opposition. And then evidence in a way. Because President Mahama had no such hotel. He says, Antro na tonsium, unyamia pomon toma, and from Abba Makoko da Huntino, when Muguase, Yabetwaba, or Masanso de Fofraba. Say President Mahama appointees. President Mahama is no longer a president. Why are you bringing his name? They think that by doing that, they can build a certain connection and put corruption on President Mahama. All that is in that report. Now give me the picture of Honorable Inus Afuseni and Honorable Bosisa Saga. It's about these two former appointees of the NDC. NDC stores, almost that year NDC. And Omudi war report in say they have some investments in certain hotels in Dubai. Mate, Paula Domocho say this is the biggest scandal ever. Really? What is the corruption in this? Where is the scandal? Just say, why are you so desperate to say, you want to make something out of it? You want to make mountains out of molehills? Corruption, anyway. Papa charge I had the abode and say, hey, Honorable Musisa Saga, we invested $133,000 in a hotel in Dubai. Go and read the report. What are the real facts? $133,000. And we invest say in 2008. Emra no opposition. Then this is power. We invest Sikano Otuano over a period of Bosomi Dumotrin as will be a war position. Not buying any power. Just $133,000 for a single room apartment, students hostel, single room. And a papa ni munyamfu ya wabobra. Waye juma mfie duasa. Ewo EcoBank. Waye juma with GMPC. Waye juma with many oil companies in Korea. Wabobra. Ye MPA CEO. Waye Deputy Minister for Finance. Waye juma bebre 30 years of his life. Paula Domochre. Our no akobo krono Ghana Airport Company in the name of say Okoto Bronyedua Christmas tree is saying say this man cannot afford $133,000 in 2008 in opposition to make an investment like OBI investment in treasury bills and so on. What are they talking about? Honorable Yunus Afuseni has set the record straight. Some no more cannot say no correct. And he has told his lawyers and they will take up the matter. But what I want you to know is that this has got nothing to do with John Mahama. And the reason why these three practitioners of yellow journalism, led by Bawumia, the liar-in-chief, are pushing this false narrative needs to divert attention. From what? Chrono no more Honorable Okujetu Ablakwa, NDC Amanyoku, Bryce Simmons, civil society, Epa Omontoma, Omaya Japadi Omotontono. There's a young kofa bibi metum about Dubai hotels. There's a Ghana for say be ya uri and cost renting. Ni yakudi actually. Na ya yensa send your hotels or motono, ye free actually. Tofi akwa NC. So I thank Daily Post, Yura Mike Dokusi, for setting the record straight. This was his headline. Or say Mahama is squeaky clean. You can't smear him with corruption. President Mahama, ni hu fita ni hu so sa brobe. O de kataje she de project arena na why and che. Because wabe sumo meyi as deputy minister, as MP, as minister, as vice president, as president, not one case of corruption established against him are evidence via one. His record is there. And these are their fake stories. Whose stories you baby are? Your be National Voice, you're the Mahama Mfonyini, Daily Statesman, Daily Dispatch, Omunyina Mahama Mfonyini, fake stories. And we are serving the notice here. President Mahama has got nothing to do with that story. And even NDC for Mudi will no more chronobia. The omo person wo yi wa adwen free so no and me twe wa adwen si so the real estate capture chrono no omo bona omo person wo yi wa adwen free so I me twe wa adwen si so quickly. And munim enche ekra ye hu demonstration 6 hotels eye Ghana adwuma 4 dias Senate for na ehwe so Labadi Beach Hotel, La Palm Royal Beach Resort, Elimina Beach Hotel, Ridge Royal Hotel, Busia Beach Hotel, Trust Lodge. Ye tong, yanom, omoni papa ya kabo, momo tong, amano, Brian Champon, Minister for Agric, MP for Abetifi, MPP mu, chochuro. Enyo nonkwa, ene enkaya cantonments. Eni baby ewe munche. Parks and Gardens asase e dawo. Parks and Gardens asase e da cantonments kona kowe. MPP for cheni nyina ton asase no afomo. These two musketeers. They have superintended over the thievery of Parks and Gardens lands ewo cantonments. Go and check. And then the same Parks and Gardens almost as Upper West region. They have grabbed the lands. That is why Kennedy Japan says that these people, they are grabbing like there is no tomorrow. They are so greedy. Na Idi Amin ni Mobutu Sese Kumukrasa anomoye. Anomoye. Ruto we ni Kenya. Why you look, sale of Bostal Institute and Krankra Prison. Ewo Roman Ridge here. And Sasia that were prison lands. Musro nyame o masanswa ton ni nyina. Prison lands. And Kran here Roman Ridge. Ewo Bostal Institute. Waton. Go and check. Ghana Prison Service Barracks. Prison Service Barracks. Dankwa Circle here. Prison Barracks in Sasano. MPP for maton ni nyina sanswa fa. Bungalows. Abaya bi my 4 bungalows kakra ka wala born Roman Ridge cantonments airport residential Accra ha bungalows ni nyina so omaton ni nyina it just say omo nya bi mpo na nchirimba ababa beto. They've sold all the bungalows and now call Labadi Beach Hotel. Not only are they selling the hotel, a hotel making profits, not only are they selling it to a loss making company owned by Brian Champo. Beach so empoano anwea no so yaton am Freddie Blay MPP former national chairman. So these are what they are trying to hide from you. Never, never let them divert attention from these critical issues. Obobetna komya so mfie ngotwe ni ombesi eso akomashe yema. Sa dance bi wo se president ma abokoro no a enye newspaper enanka ye de betoto front page anim. Cause amre state institution dia to yensa afre no. Why can't you investigate the man and bring evidence if you have any proof that hotel be baby? He died you in 2020 or say me hotel baby amon famra na mon goto e ma o man no went me amfa ma atrofo ye beto aba masanso asate atro ni biem. This is NDC 360 and we are setting the record straight. Ebape, we will go into our policies. Dear John Mahama and Shesheye no de bana, they don't want us to talk about because omunibi ne policies na boba wo mi ate say dear Jones o aba akoko okojina nipa ni mu a no osun te say akra keto ayaje ne car. Mon first year ne ma me obi ajustia. Uni license u pistia ye de na wakokum nipa. So we are going into the policies. Producer, we won't take any montage. Let's go into the policies. I needed to set this record straight. Na uko te asen wo baby a anya wa dwe mu kesene ne se no kure bia ewom eyentro eyenkontompo. The story has got nothing to do with John Mahama, and the NDC people mentioned in it before come out to defend themselves. Honorable Asaga can clearly afford 133. It's chicken change as compared to the Wimuyi. Omo abanza as no ton acres. Go to Cantonment and Laboni and go and look at what they're doing. Now, I catch you say abatwa ye kwakotwi. Enyentro Enyen kontompo enyatem didie. It's about facts, it's about figures, it's about policies. Why ne won sheshe pa obi tim dia bo men. That is it. NDC amanyoko ye obi kan ye obi kire. Nti ye begina Ghana fo animu a ye de no kre ene di anim kan. E de ahobrase ne omanfo kasa. Ade ba ko na da Ghana fo akoma so pa ye mmofra enwumasua. Isan so bad time bia ne bra wo bre ne bra wo bo nyina ne se ne mma bi nya baby papa agina. Aso ma me papa oba no ntimi nya baby papa nyina age se ne nwoma sua ho enhyehyeye no edim. Age se sa nwoma nsua no ho enhyehyeye akra no suku a wo kɔ no etinye dimu ne watimi akɔ suku na twa yie na wabɛyɛ panyimpa. Wabɛyɛ doctor, wabɛyɛ lawyer, wabɛyɛ politician na watimi ahwew. That is why President Mahama is passionate about education. Today, we are not looking at education as a whole, but just secondary education. His policy on free SHS is clear. Let me make it clear. Free SHS is one of the topmost priorities of John Mahama and my yeto so no. Because wama the man no be sinu be hu se enye ma be ha. It is a priority. MPP for hu sa. But obo person mu use atro ne na da tu mfuturo gu wani. Oh Mahama e baba be twa free SHS mu. Omo boa e ntro. Oh Mahama etia free SHS bill e ntro. What is the position? First of all, let me just give you a brief historical background. Komo ye di ni wa ya ni ono agbo rekopoku ma mi su biem esanse mpanyin se abaso ba na mejapai. The facts are simple. President Kwame Nkrumah in 1961 through the Education Act section 21 or the free education ba Ghana was ajefo Kwame Nkrumah na ye 1967 and a National Liberation Council ura kwesi amankwa FIFA eda wona no oni Akufo-Addo papa Edward Akufo-Addo MPP for mu panyin pa omo nana ba kwa friend Kofi Abrefa Buzia doctor me krom do free omo kabo mu muni asoja fo bi tu Kwame Nkrumah ban 1966 by 1967 no man announce say Nkrumah free education no omo mpe omo twam enti MPP for omo nana nom ni twa free education no 1971 1972 budget samre no na Progress Party PP ene tia konwa so ewura Kofi Abrefa Buzia prime minister president no ceremonial president na Akufo-Addo papa Edward Akufo-Addo omo budget omo finance minister JH Mensah de call parliament ohwemu ehim omo siso kena say free education basic secondary university omo twam tinton time obi an kotua school fees yehwe wanim na yehwe say ohia moane ama scholarship so 1979 and your papa Jerry John Rawlings emro ye ku wieye no ka say ode benwa no emma o mampanyi Ghana fo ato aba yi no nti yenye amamra foforo ye third constitution 1979 constitution and ye the free SHS eshemu article 10 comprehensive provisions on free education. It was under JJ Rawlings or T NDC abreso and from there 1981 Kuba into implemented 79 constitution. But in Sri Lanka, you say JJ Rawlings ne NDC adaroma 1992 in your constitution for. And when I know Akufo-Addo mo can say omo nka ho ma ye ntwere is answer omo de omo ya crash for omo she coat omo botai omo ni toast makoni jene ni ko before entimi ntwere constitution. But constitution and toast for makofo tro drivers ye kwatwere ye no article 25 article 38 ye de share ho. It's a basic education. After 10 years of the coming into force of the constitution, yenye ni free, primary to JSS. Secondary education, yen trem no bi yenye bimko. Ye wia yenye ni free kakra. If you are Yemra University, tertiary, then also ye may ni free. It is there. And it's here papa for 2005. Na breso 10 years ne son ye. We started with basic, primary and JHS or yen free, F cube. Ye papa atamos betwa so. With many social interventions, Obeches in Pabuas, free standards for basic school children, Obeche free uniforms, Obeche laptops, Obeche textbooks, Obe eliminated thousands of schools under trees. Senebeya, free compulsory universal basic education. Tenio universal, not only free universal, no ebebum. You only achieve universal free education when there is access, and that is what Professor Mills and John Mahama came to do under their first term. Second term of NDC, Papa Mahama Abreso. And also say JJ Rawlings, Edria Bano. Papa Kofuaba Biguso, Papa Tamos Abigu F cube in the Sone Gina Dia. And the SHS and made Dimujuma. He launched free SHS. President Mahama launched free SHS. Nipa Bibri Nimuka no be Mwashomo. Because MPP4 believes that Udi Tro now repeating for a long time and that is what an MPP4 Troni be about free SHS. Adane wo nipa bebre adwemo. The things that President Mahama put on free SHS one way. But he launched free SHS in 2015. Ekumfi Otuam launched it for all day students in public senior high schools. Samre no mododo obro 320,000. President Mahama, Mobia 2015-2016 academic year, free education will be into a capreba, over 320,000. I'll give you the evidence shortly. Oye, and Oya says, "Me day for secondary school kodo mo boarding, me pese me de 120,000 first year for me de omo ka ho. No mo so enjoy free education. Because I'm not three secondary schools anymore. Community day senior high schools we 124 ase. We bebre. School papa laboratories womu bases kahone dia keka ho. So he wanted to expand the coverage of free SHS from the day students numbering over 320,000 to over 120,000 borders. Asebi nwa dance here. Paragraph 109, producer Fatoso. Paragraph 109, 2016 media budget review. Honorable Setekpene present here. Just go and read it. Google, you will see the link. CT4 publish here. Many people publish. 2016 media budget review. Oko Finance Ministry for website. Paragraph 109. I will read it to you. Quote, consistent with the 1992 Constitution, our commitment to make secondary education accessible, especially to needy students, the government initiated the implementation of progressively free senior secondary education in the first term of the 2015-2016 academic year, with 320,488 day students in public senior high schools across the country. The program is to be expanded to cover 120,000 targeted boarding students in the 2016-2017 academic year, unquote. And I'm not sure your phone in so yeah. Because not dance at home. And that is why they approved this budget. MPP Ndc approved this media review budget. Because it was clear. Say, I'm a day for the 120,000 borders. This is in the budget, official government public record. And at the time, IFTs are progressively free education. I said, this is what then opposition leader Akufo-Addo kafa. To MPP ni na de American was me boa. President Akufo-Addo ejitum said the American no kre. We need dancing here. Me dancing in Akufo-Addo. Modern Ghana. In fact, they were not the only one who published it. Several portals, but I'm just showing you one. March 2014. Then Akufo-Addo kai about Mahama free SHS. Mahama's free SHS, good news for Ghanaians. Nanado. Was it the 2012 presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party? Nana Akufo-Addo says the president's decision to implement the free senior high school education in 2015 is good news for Ghanaians and should be welcomed by all. Onoa Nekai, Okano Omai FM, in the Japan station. So, President Mahama ye we and call the borders in the Kahon, Fofi Antwata, and Ghana for Tua Betiano. In Yamibe Biaye, Oma Penya Akufo-Addo bae in September 2017, Obetuaso. Include borders. He didn't start with all borders. He started with only first years. It was also so progressive na. Compare same fear me search ebe cover all SHS students. But the Hana Meko says, "Oh man, Penya Akufo-Addo free SHS now the borders in nyina beka ho no. E how bebre ni akwansidie bebre aba ho. Chimato bebre aba ho. Affected the policy. You see abusia policy bi betimi aye good. But the implementation no abina and shisheni ya policy no the see and this winter the buy and send to me. Free SHS is laudable. That is why J.J. Rawlings and the NDC provided for it in the Constitution. That is why President Mahama started it. And that is why Akufo-Addo abeto aso a eye de ebona baso. And how we want to say nshisheye no o ma anye ni it's been shambolic. Internet challenges not doso. The kind of say Sikasem why you dear secondary schools. Because the Akufo-Addo the borders neka free SHS ne hono. Wanye sikasem wanye futuo bia mana anye nsi ba ama policy no. No dedicated source of funding. Enti frefre kobo. Afi bia so ana ban no tutu na ni hwe bebi obenye sika no de akọ emwa. Eno na de ahoche bebre abeto awofo ne headmasters so ne akyekyrefo so. Adanya e wasn't yesisi ni bebre. The aban ne beto ye wasn't komo to aso wie. Na ye school ni free. Na ebe ma nipa enkora na dos wo school mu ho. Na ama omo baabi atena timi adidi dining hall. Omatimi asua de classrooms. Baby omo be da dormitories. Baby omo be call prayers ni programs assembly hall. Sub facilities ni nyina no. The Akufo-Addo ya na say ya ni free. Ya nsi bi anka ho. The omo beto ye mpo se president ma mesi na ye gya bebre aka nwuram. Bebre kakra bi no mato aso. So that was the problem. Internet and the traffic light abaye school mu. Akra ba akoko gold na akra ba akoko yellow. Oko school bosomi ba akọ ne fa. No abetena fie be bosomi mienu onim da akra obekọ. Because sika maya ye mie school. Enti nkura ni nyina no and awofo was so offer teacher ni ma no kire ne back classes fee kwa wo tua na nye sika ketewa oboka kra ne ne chemre na na yese school fees wo na yese ye free no oboka mo because of implementation nhihye na ya anye ne ye no nkonwa nkra betena so aye bibie wo ebi ni ho ene ko even a big school like Wegehe Wesley Girls na me hear video na me ra ho their school prefect was speaking say mpakra nkra ne beda so no mawo marketing kete omu ni bi omoda form in their hundreds former students any awofo na boabo sika no to go and serve the situation and na aduane ankra bedi emo ayede ukohwe abomu pa ye de agu mo so a eche nkwan no so nsuo gina ha mako gina ha ntosi gina ha enya me na make a joy news for your documentary go and watch it uko nkwan as a crazy. And you think about it, you don't understand. Because ministers here, omo kanto me school. Omo school akoso GIS need omo school we bi. Mu wi ane de omo abrochire. That is what they are feeding our children. And then akrenya admission say or first year SHS. The prospectus nko a I just okita 100 million. Nyame na meka ye Kennedy Japan or can UTV. Ebi 70 million. Titikano 80 million, 60 million. And sana wetinya to turn ho nyema akọ. Ko school ese fa bokiti bra. Fa sekan, fa wei. Ebu awofo komu. Na kra ne ma ntimi ntua school fees for which reason? Aban say me ntua school fees normal. School fees be 1,500, 2,000 no. Obetimi anya 70 million, 80 million. Akwa bo prospectus on kana. I just okobo besia. And as besia no nya bi. Musimu over 30-35%. It affected the policy. So what then is John Mahama's policy on free SHS? Then NDC eka. Kasatinti bebrebe nyina obi sisa median fee. Then amobeye simple. We will improve. Improve the implementation of the free SHS program and enhance the quality of secondary education. Because the President Mahama be free SHS we are coming to improve it. Mebo President Mahama video actually na wan kasa what said wasum. So the be entro na MPP for edino. We say bibianim. They are sinking and they think say atronko an ebetimi aboa wo. We are coming to yebeye ni ye. Yebe hihye ni ye, yebeye ni ye. Na etimi asipie sita. Na wo ba free education ni bia. Wetime sunya de ye ya kyere na de ye obewie no wetwa kama okọ university I say yes akora yi wa ben eno ne ye baba be ye na ka bebreba yes free education wo so awofo obo classes fee to webra sa nyema ni nyina ne ya betwam. That is what we mean by we will review or improve free SHS. That is what we mean. What does this entail? Dear important ye be ye President Mahama say oba pe first 100 days headmasters, I'm only from which house. I work for PTAs, a church for Kahon. Other stakeholders, civil society. Yenina, Yabayan Shiamu Cassia. Company si back for trade down for. And I know Baba so my battle. Yenina, ye twatwa dwene, near from Waba, near who dear ye boy free education, a bit me policy no, a dim. And you're non kwana drain or the bibu mine. That is a visionary but a humble leader. Yebeye sa conference no waka ho asem. MPP for baby, CPP for baby, all political parties will be there. Na ye ya enye me bi ebe pie free mu no. Ini. Ye hwe kwan a oman no betumi anya foto sika ebeye nsiachi ba ma free SHS. Enti schools no ho nkyere omo biem because sika no wo ho. Omo benya omo sika no bra no. Na de wose ye de ye boa mmofra na disua no ene awofo no omo de aye. Ni yekasa ade na free are you free indeed. So funding, dedicated source of funding. Sa yellow, green, gold traffic lights double track system no. MY mano, MY. Sebe bua nka anopa na area school ye nye free site to. E President Mel say President Mama na be twa anopa na area school mu. Because a man kra need to mean focus on. That is why President Mahama be double track everywhere. Okaso be improve and be review free SHS. That is what he is talking about. Now, how will he do that? E-blocks are come room yebetwaso. Suku adan was a second classroom blocks. Don't make trees. Was a expanded yebabe. None is a bad density. Dear President Mahama, the dimba ko yimputu nyumera. The dimba ko ni nation builder. The dimba ko ni usi adan Mahama. Suku so see yebebre to mean kind from basic, secondary, and tertiary, and that is what he's coming to do. And enya no kwa your private schools bro ha. Ewo Ghana ha. Omo wa adan bebre be free SHS no. Aban na yo mafiri. Sem kra no kra ne enfa omo nko schools na. Omo adan ne omo facilities no omo wo no. Eye papa chen public schools ni bebre. The President Mahama say, wonso ni nipa. Ye de omo beba be ka free SHS no. Na we de na adan e be ka school we de ho a. Na school a o ye double track no. When you have more classroom facilities, the here say be for teacher for bebre. Double track and more jobs for teachers, more jobs for staff in the schools by just adding the facilities of the private schools. Apart from the facilities we will build. Afei enuane a enkra ne nya bi ni na uba be ko school aba obe hunu na wotiti bi so na ara ho. The reason is that aban no katasese ne proyenti. Ene ye school nwadu a ne nyina no enkan no moto no. Enti nkura omuko school owa omumako omuntos bibia yeto ne nkran. Eba fa stock fo nkran no mo won ye disika na ma wo mo. Na omo no apemkrofo amoma toto ama headmasters. Omoto aduane ne nko. Omoto aduane no so kura akwa abantua wonka. Eti na da ne problem. President Mama so oba obi twem. School bia ye disika na usika waduane disika bebrel. E wo beza ho. Nkura bia school a usika ni. Wa region wono mapem aburo, mapem banche, mapem mo, mapem gari, mapem beans, mato. Modi aye adia modi beye. Then apart from that, they on cranny bia. Omo papa ni oma wofo omo ni bi kura. Ono no school no ye ni free man okra ontumi nko. Because kai sika o de kokra den. En cranny bi wo wa ya fan fresh. Prospectors kofa we bra mattress ontumi nya. President Mahama said something special must be done for them. Targeted. We see a targeted sankra no. Near more special dispensation bia omitumi akọ. Because if you want me who say enkrani bebre timi nya admission. But because of our prospectors na nyama ne boy den no. In their hundreds of thousands omutimi nko school. This is what President Mahama means when he says I will review free SHS. He's not talking about cancellation. He's talking about improving it. Yebe yeni yebe shene ma na etimi adim waka, and the evidence is there clearly. Producer, give us that video of John Mahama associations, and he outlined his vision, not all, but part of his vision for secondary education.
The NDC policy of infrastructure development will again be pursued vigorously to decongest the large class sizes. Abandoned infrastructure in the basic and senior high schools and TVET schools, including the famous E-blocks, will receive priority attention under a new NDC administration. The need to review and improve upon the free SHS TVET policy is no longer debatable. And Angel just mentioned it. We are happy we are on the same wavelength with regards to that. It is a must that we look at the implementation of free SHS again through stakeholder engagements to address the numerous challenges and strengthen its positives. It is thus not surprising that you have incorporated it into the document that you have presented us, which I call the Teacher's Manifesto. We're going to mainstream TVET and STEM into all secondary schools. We don't believe that STEM and TVET should be standalone in special secondary schools. We must mainstream them through all the secondary schools. And so in this regard, we will revamp the science resource centers in order that clusters of schools can use those centers. Luckily for us, the E-blocks have 4 laboratories in every E-block. And those laboratories are going to be used for TVET and STEM education. The imperative of the Free SHS Secretariat being supervised by the Education Directorate is our considered view. The Education Service, which is an implementing agency, has the capacity to implement the Free SHS policy. So we do not agree on a standalone Free SHS Secretariat. We think that it must be integrated
into the Education Service as an implementing agency. The NDC will therefore integrate the Free SH Secretariat into the Education Service Directorate and not have them exist as separate entities. I announced to the CHAS representatives last week that we would decentralize the school feeding program and return the responsibility for feeding the students to the school.
And I don't see any. This is the President Mahama we are talking about, that visionary nation builder. Or not just say and oyeni. Obekai, Emra President for 4 years, secondary education 4 years. From 3 years to 4 years. Abra Wednesday school down back Okra. It was Professor Mills and John Mahama that saved the situation by embarking on a rapid infrastructure driver. And Kurano more from 3 to do form 4. Now dying we didn't get crisis. Inti ene so so be double track a free ho. Obey free SHS ye feeding obe decentralize ya. Ye ni ne chinye why bida. Why bida so your friend no aye boafo. And President Mahama will make free SHS better. You know starting free SHS Kufuado born abaso. This is it. This is it. Mahama's free SHS, good news for Ghanaians. Now we will be president. Here then our council President Mahama no Oba will be free SHS. He started it and I will born abaso. And through saying MPP for the dada Ghana for the no year free SHS no to cover 320,488 day students with a plan to include 120,000 borders in 2017. I better not wait. So we say for me more be and two futurungueni. And no credit. President Mahama Kasa several locations. He is coming to make free SHS better. Simple and short. Now you see, I thought be now Kasa say obi so NDC for mo challenges are more canon. Oh, e buslim kan mo the amanyo 17 na more kan mo pese to abamamo. So today I want to show you Ghana for omo nya NDC for omo kwadare wo nwumasua mu ebi kura ye MPP for omo nsemo a omo ka about the state of Akufo-Addo's free SHS. And then there was here, and no better John Mahama and Iswadi Huno so. Let me show you some of them. Notable personalities and institutions who have called for a review or improvement of the free SHS policy. Number 1, where Africa Education Watch, from EduWatch for short. In 2024 year, February 28th, 2024, and a Ghana web publisher on reporting. If you look at this report, dear no more come say. Because of Chimatoy wo free SHS ni mu ene ama secondary education ne boaye den than when it was even free. This is Africa Education Watch. Almost 194,862 students could not honor their admissions despite free SHS. Ometwa ya form was secondary. Omentimi anko because of a car. I was a wolf no bo. In this time of free SHS, EduWatch, and kind of full story now, they call for reforms in a review. NAGRAT, National Association of Graduate Teachers, National Graduate Teachers Association, Bibisa. Achere for moma call sunyapon wie omuchirade. Achere for both NDC for MPP for other political parties in Poem. Listen to what they said. NAGRAT calls for review of free SHS policy. 27th February 2024. In the NAGRAT for also say it free SHS one. This is NAGRAT. Graduate teachers. Omuna eda omu jem no munim se decision omofa. They are the ones speaking. NAGRAT. We are not a church for sa omu ekuku no edoso. You were NAGRAT and you were NAT, Ghana National Association of Teachers. We are NAT calls for dialogue to review free SHS. Dialogue now, President Mahama wants them. NAT called for it 15th August 2023. NAT. These are teachers. NAT, NAGRAT, African Education Watch. Why is Suni? Omampenye Kufuado ni maminu yaba. Ken Oforiata. And Chair Yakwano, a finance minister. At the time he made this statement, he was a finance minister. The statement was reported by Manjo Online on 29th July 2022. Latifia Sem is saying, review of free SHS constantly on the table. Oh no, Nebeka say, awofo ni bi wo mu sika ye mo ntua mo school fees na ye focus wo mo ni sika ken oforiata calling for review or say review of free SHS na ban we that table so mo dwen ho but they come and tell you outside say President Mahama say obe review free SHS obi twam but their finance minister says it is on the table mo dwen ho we say MPP for say nya atwom so na ma ye to obronsam free soro ebeto fam wo ipa bia ni wo ye nya atwom hypocrisy na no mienu o kan we chese o kwa tifi ko hunsu anoma kokode kokoni na waba na afo bebisa wo dem e dream review of free SHS so obi ka bia o so obi twam. Why are these people like this? Why? You see, Professor Ade papa we obi tan NDC fo a number 1 ye list not 5 papa we obeka ho bi Professor Ade Gimpa University here one crank kakrake on another rector of Gimpa penny pa Akufo-Addo appointed no e Ghana Revenue Authority board chairman na say yen o say free SHS review must be done immediately 1st March 2024 afia o say yen ni say hey President Mahama obuoni ene watamfo kra yi waye o say sad ye wu kan years ago a MPP for that Ghana for say wo betwam no I was saying this, Professor Ade. I'm one MPP communicators now, Mokasa. Muni medication chain Professor Ade. Obi a wire rector of Gimpa. And you don't want another professor Sunni. Professor Ade, we Ade no ADEI, former rector of Gimpa. We dey no ADDAE, former vice chancellor, Legon, University of Ghana. Ono so sumuntie no. Professor Ade Mensah calls for review of free SHS policy. These are the experts, the professors. The academics and your politics no more de kasa o mo ka de wo free say ebe boa ye mofra ebe boa wo man no. Your free SHS is poorly targeted. IMF we kwasi broni ba wo mi master we mu na ba wo mi akọ mo so mo wa ye no IMF o mo nte ha o mo ba ya o mo so o de president America no eye free SHS no ye hye ni yie a ebetumi aye adwuma yie na eso mfa so ne yenya. This is IMF. Former Minister for Information. Bear in mind, at the time he made this statement, he was the Minister for Information. March 21st, 2022. Kojo Opon Kromasem Namike. A+ best friend. Or say government to review free SHS. NABCO others. Enyan kofo no moka say review means cancel. Na President Mahama so be review free SHS so be twem no. Look at Kojo Opon Kroma. We're graphic. Star FM Online. 2022 ton. Because they were going to the IMF for help. No economy na dwega. And IMF will be so say na free SHS no. Mo be ye ye. To say the President Mahama kana na say monye. So ye be pa. Oh, and so omoba no maba be ditro achiro. And some of you believe them. We dey bomochichie kakraka. Bomochichie kakraka. We anya fish. Onya pata. Bomochichie. Den chempa danfo. And the free nsuase abeka kire say den chemawu udi na chinye ye. Professor Kwabena Frimpong Boatia Asem na making. Being Professor Ohwe Akoma MPP ni. Chair no Minister for Environment. Muntie de okan here. 8th April 2024 ya. Was it free SHS? Every sensible person will opt for a review. Professor Kwabena Frimpong Boatia. Every sensible. Also nyansani bia. Ohwe de free SHS ne kwa. Only Mahama be ya adwen say yen sachire mu ne yenyi ne yie na emfa ne ntoma pa infra na mwa ye mofra ne awofo. I can go on and on and on. We asofo mpo kabio Roman fathers. Our friends in MPP saying say we must so ye enemies of progress and they want free SHS cancelled. Heads of Catholic institutions. Roman father for heads of Catholic institutions want review of free SHS fast tracked. This shows what a visionary leader, what a great thinker John Mahama is. They had not caught it. Now all of them have caught it. They are vindicating him. Bishop Palmer Bakel, a man I respect and love so much, as he review free SHS policy, Palmer Bakel tells government, 14th May 2022. And he said, John Mahama ne kan na muzimuntia. Na grata kan teacher fuaka na ate fuaka Roma so fuaka Pamabaka kan Professor Ade Professor Stephen Ade everybody vice chancellors obia This should tell you that what President Mahama has been preaching about free SHS and never bore me. And by women, copy man, but will lie. They say, well, who say Ghana for Mahuno Creno that Mahama and a wandering power ban over free SHS in a year. It was so real policy, no, on also so Kebi. Monre City Newsroom, May 7th, 2024, yeah, after so could deliver us an UPSA speech. I say more needs to be done to improve free SHS policy. More needs to be done. This is Bawumia. Wakwa kopim. They say they are President Mahama Ekano, and no they are done. I want to. President Mahama, that was say thank you. Obi wo ha beka say oh power me pinti. Let me not say it as it is. But say sebi uti ya. And now you free ya now kodon $1. You are not doing anything about your fun yare no. Free SHS ne eye but eyare. President Mahama or be san yare. No why ye ye. Na wo fu anya so mfaso enkura anya so mfaso o men afa ne to mapa efra. Na they say the wakofa ba ku bi aba. Who say bloggers bi oba ba ko me mu ni din to dignify her. Akoye video. Say ye de mra bi aba parliament. Say ye be pass mra age free SHS atum NDC for your prince. You know that lady or Kasa, you know her. It is not true. MPP for only Bibli Kasa, it is not true. The minority leader, Dr. Casey Latoforsen, has set the record straight. And I want to read to you what he has said. And Yano Krumpo said there is any free SHS bill in Parliament. No such law has been put before Parliament. Better than NDC for Yakasa for a law to be passed to back free SHS. It is not true. Listen to what Dr. Latoforsen said. In the Twitter handle, so say they claim that NDC MPs are against a proposed free SHS bill is totally false. There is currently no such bill before Parliament. We cannot oppose a bill that we have not seen. For the records, it was the NDC that backed the 1992 Constitution, which provided a legal framework for the introduction of free secondary education in Ghana. Also, it was the NDC that commenced the implementation of the free SHS program in the year 2015 for all day students in public senior high schools, totaling over 320,000, with a clear plan to expand coverage to include 120,000 boarding students by 2017. But the evidence now. Otwaso said, the position of the NDC on the free SHS policy program, as publicly communicated by our flag bearer and leader, is to improve the implementation of the program and address the challenges bedeviling it and through a consultative approach. Thus, the NDC will support any legislation or effort aimed at making the free SHS program better and sustainable. Any. Emrebia obisi ode baba be free SHS ye no yefo aso ye begia tum. Obi ka se yetia or your trofo sinifu. And the whip has supported the minority leader, Honorable Gavin Kwame Abuja, MP for the Klu. NDC minority chief whip Nakase. NDC will support any law or effort to make free SHS better and sustainable. In 2020, they got away with lies about free SHS. The same in 2016, not this time around. Vote for John Mahama for quality and sustainable free SHS. That is what Mahama stands for. Obanwa be ye na ye quality dim. Obanwa be ye na free SHS net nyatsena wa da. That's what we mean by sustainable. And ono asem a waka mabo a kire wo me de hu nchirichiri mu nyina so abra ntia busua ha ene ye de this NDC and U segment they be say next week ye be san so agimre a kire 24-hour economy policy anymore. And this is why you must vote for John Mahama, because not only are these thieves, these crooks, these criminals who call themselves MPP destroying Ghana, stealing our money and making all of us poor, all of us suffer. Policies will be. The what again poor the babanas who are near their trust. Papa must send us a day na moji free no. But John Mahama, oyabu brokosia adie be and said that you nyame shira no we shira no. Abusuafo ya papa Mahama the boafo ka no ho ne ho kafo me ame maame Ghana fo nyina ye maame Ghana ba panyi Lodina Mahama the foundation bia wo they are jumedie bebre dia boa Ghana for in the area of health, in the area of education, in the area of business development. Dia boa nipa bebre. Na watwe twa mi okopiem e wo Blue East region and Krazam Patemu. okoye ye nuanom mmaa wo ho omo ho kyerem adoye pa oboa wo mo. That is the kind of heart this woman has. Awodi eboa ye papa Mahama. I'll show you a short clip from that program. Ye ba na me the concluding remarks no abro hwe ma me besisi ai.
Ejuma na moye no mo ma mo nimre determination e wo so mo nimre ejuma no na mo ye niye.
Ene ebina ya wiya ide eya ni jesem na ye nyina ya te ma ya yesua adwuma ya ye masters fo a ye adwuma a ye wo ye nkura ye beda mampanyiri Lordina Mahama ye beda na as first lady
omo friends say ye mbra no na minim say mi benya bibi say di akọ nso se me nya machine me nya ba akọ aka wa na ye mienu ti madwuma be contentem
se sie wa mame dry makoma so ade se menya bi a me de be ya adwuma bet minim kran me fa so a na menya bi me ba ha yi wa nhwehwe wa mame bi se me fa nko ya adwuma na me fa nhwe me ho ne mabusua nya me nsura no
ene wa beta ye machine ya mfa nya adwuma asho ye mofra ya wo omo a omo start omo so be nyina ba ya de pamfo nko omo ye tire wa bro omo so dry
Customer be the idea bro say man don't be rude, just be polite. That day it can be said you are not in the mood, but open be agenti sebe oba na wo sere hey you welcome kwa chomo na konya mo penso bi ma no na ojuju omo so de bia ombeba me pesa me di machines be mamo na mo de akosisi fie na wo nenam chese adwuma no kora wo nye de bi me feel mo because mo ka ho na Ghana economy e kosoro mo aka ho enti me feel mo ma mo fa adwuma ni agoro
enfraza na fufuo bodonfuo ya lodi na fiye kurom ya de aseda enikabia e de ma Mrs. Lordina
ye nyina ya adi nyina ya maame Lordina Mahama nyame nsila no nyame ma na kuma so ade bia mrem na minim say yeso ye mu anti no obeba ne kunu beba power ama na be ye first lady because the omaye na bro adwene ne nti ase so.